And we've been here about almost an hour, and I made a post on Facebook saying that you know, I would like to see more people down here marching for Randy Martin. He's the one that was shot by Officer Nino, and they won't release the footage. Like 5 minutes after I released that post on Facebook, that cop has just been sitting there. I was going to walk down there and interview him, but because I was sitting inside Club 68, and they said the police just pulled up Harvey right after you posted. And I was like, well, I'm going to go down there and interview him. And as soon as I walked out the door, that's like almost a half a mile. I'm not walking that far. Okay, so they're marching and protesting. I got to catch up with them. I'm here with Ruiz Law Firm. Let me hit mute. I muted it while I walked by that copyrighted music. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Okay, we are marching. And I will be staying on the public sidewalk. I can leave. Oh. I'm not seeing any comments yet. I wonder if this live stream plugged through. It's a little bit of delay on IRL Pro. There we go. I see some comments, so we are live. What's up, Dana Cola, Tire and Auditor? It's not the biggest protest in the world, but hello, everybody. Hillsboro, what's up? I am Margate.
Justice for Randy Martin. Justice! Justice for Randy Martin.
Smash the like bucket. What's up, Click Commander? I am Margate. Tennessee Accountability, what's up? There we go. Release the body camera footage. That's the most suspicious thing of all. Anytime there's something that happens and the police look like heroes or they look clearly innocent, they always release the body camera footage immediately, especially when there's public outrage. There has been public outrage, and they are hiding this body camera. They're hiding behind the Texas Rangers.
What do we want? When do we want it?
They even found a statute. There's a law that says that the city is allowed to let the family view the body camera footage, and the city is still refusing. The statute, the law, doesn't say they have to. It says they are allowed to. They have discretion to let the family view the footage, and they won't even let the family view the footage. So
Justice for Randy Martin.
no, this is not from the ICE shooting. This is from Officer Nino. Made a traffic stop a few months ago. Ended up shooting an unarmed guy like 6 times. It's excessive force.
What do we want?
Justice now! If you need a good lawyer, there's Mr. Ruiz Law Firm right there. I highly recommend them. Hey, Warrior Goddess.
We want justice now!
Angry Canadian, what's up? At least let the family look at the body camera footage.
Right. At least the mayor, they can make that decision.
Yeah.
They can let the family see the body cam.
Well, from what I've heard,
If they seen it, if it was
Justice for Randy Martin.
I'm not gonna walk on the wrong side of the street. They'll pick me out of that whole crowd and arrest me. Of course, there's a sidewalk right up there, but there's no sidewalk here. So if you're on the sidewalk, and which is legal to walk on the sidewalk, and then all of a sudden the sidewalk ends, heroes like Hunter White and Officer Dorito will immediately jump out with their SWAT team uniforms on and arrest you like they have so many times before. There's case after case after case, documented cases. Okay, now there's a sidewalk over there, so now I can cross back over and get on the sidewalk. This is how stupid these laws are. I'm following the law, though.
What do we want? What do we want?
Now! There was supposed to be a lot more people here, y'all, but it's been raining and there's been a big thunderstorm that just came through. So that prevented a lot of people from showing up. But that's the great thing about going live on YouTube, because that means there's potentially
Justice for Randy Martin.
thousands of people with us.
We want justice.
Well, you know, Lowry and Metheny are hiding in the bushes. The professional victim, an elected official, isn't. What's up? Come march with us. The professional victim is online soliciting more professional victims. This guy's coming so unraveled. I'm embarrassed for him at this point.
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
We want the video too.
We saw that footage.
That's what I agree, Christy. All body camera footage should be live streamed to the internet at all times. Somebody should pass legislation. What do you think about that, Mr. Ruiz?
That sounds like Running Man. I like it.
All body camera footage should be live streamed to the internet at all times.
I mean, I definitely know that all officers should absolutely have to have their body cam or they get reprimanded.
Yeah.
And it needs to be operating and they can't be blocking it.
Yeah.
Because I've seen officers turn off their body cam before they greet somebody else.
If they would just live stream it to YouTube, then they wouldn't have to worry about it uploading into the files and losing it. Like Detective Rogers is a master of losing.
Every time that they arrest someone, they put their face all over Facebook, whether they're guilty or not, you know.
Yeah, like they did mine last week.
Make people look bad in the community.
They put my mugshot all over the place. Thank you
Justice for Randy Martin.
for the eagle. Giowa, that was cool. 400 eagles. Wow, thank you. I appreciate that.
No justice.
There's no sidewalk here, so
No beef.
there's the police waiting for me to walk the wrong way. Now you see, look, you can't even walk. House Bill 1277 means now I am illegally allowed to walk in the street because the right-of-way is obstructed. I'm an expert in this shit now. It's a pretty... Hey, Hillsboro Highlights, what's up? Brandon Mitchell, what's up? Hey, Brandon Mitchell, I was in your live stream today while you were at that concert. I didn't stay in there very long. I said hello and had to. Thank you for the Eagles, Brandon Mitchell. Well, I was in your live stream, and then that's when Mr. Ruiz texted me and said, "Hey, we're going to have a protest march." I work part-time for the Ruiz law firm.
Justice for Randy Martin.
You're awesome!
Thank you.
Anyone walking in the roadway should be immediately imprisoned for no less than 15 years.
That's right, Otto. That's why my ass is on the sidewalk, Otto. Oh.
Justice for Randy Martin.
Justice! Protest for what? Officer Nino pulled over Randy Martin a few months ago, told him to get out of the car. They ended up scuffling for whatever reason. You know, we haven't seen the footage, so we don't know exactly what happened, but it ended up with Nino unloading his whole gun on him, which to me, that's excessive force. Randy Martin was not armed. You have a taser, you have mace, and you have a dog in the back of your truck. All he had to do was push a button and release the dog. But here comes the police. So I'm walking on the right side of the road. Is that Hunter? Is that our boy Hunter? That kind of look like Hunter. Hunter is the one that loves to arrest people for walking wrong. Let's see what he does. He's not going to be able to resist himself. Justice! No peace! This is where the police fill up their cars with gas, so they can ride around and search for people walking on the wrong side of the road. No bicycle lights. And every blue moon catch a criminal. There he is. No blinker. He's just gonna sit there. I gotta keep up with the crowd. Justice! Parking enforcement. That's the guy who... Here's a fun fact about Galveston. They put up these parking meters now on the seawall, which is public. I mean, it's public. It's all paid for by the public. But now they put these signs up every 40 or 50 feet. Most people, when they park, they can't even see them. That guy rides by, reads every single license plate, and if you didn't pay for that parking spot, you get a ticket in the mail. We got a sidewalk over here, so I'll cross back over. But so last year the city of Galveston extorted $800,000 out of people for parking on the seawall, for parking on the beach, y'all.
Justice for Randy Martin.
Yeah, you can see it's clouding up again. That's why a lot of people didn't show up. It was pouring down rain on the way over here. I almost turned around and went home.
Justice for Randy Martin.
Justice!
No justice.
No peace!
No justice.
No peace! What? They locked me up for a First Amendment protected activity, and they already dropped the charges. Recording an elected official in the courthouse parking lot. Yeah, they got Officer Agui's corrupt ass to write a police report and found some lame judge with an apnel or some shit. What's up, man? What your name?
Robert Hockney.
Okay, I'll talk to you on the phone.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
you.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
nice to meet you, man. I know I met you before, but it takes me a while, man.
You ain't doing that long. Keep on.
I'm live streaming. Is there anything you want to say to everybody?
Get him on them gloves.
You,
So you're right.
he was your best friend, right?
Right.
Yeah,
So you're
Randy
right.
Martin was this man's best
My
friend.
name is Robert Hockley. I was with Randy an hour before he passed away.
Yeah, you told me
Before
that.
he encountered Officer Nino. And I got a few questions that I would like to know, like what is going on with not the investigation, but as far as the Galveston County Police Department and their investigation in the matter with officers. He's back at work? Is he suspended? Has he been reprimanded? I think those are some questions that need to be asked that's outside of the,
Oh, he's on paid administrative leave.
Okay,
Which
that's
is
what it
basically
is.
a paid vacation.
Okay.
What?
Right. So yeah, that's what it is. We're
Yeah.
trying to see what's actually happening, what's going on.
He's on paid vacation.
Okay, and so they have 80 days until they're able to come to the conclusion of his employment. And we try to see what they're going to do as it relates to his employment outside of the criminal investigation that may be going on.
Yeah.
Right? So them are some of the things that we want to see.
Yeah.
To see how different officials are responding and acting to the video that they seen. Again, we ain't seen the video.
I haven't shown it to anybody.
So
Even
his
though,
superiors have seen the video.
Oh, yeah.
And it has warranted a paid leave, right?
Yeah.
And so we're trying to see when does that come to a conclusion and what decisions going to be made from there.
Yeah.
So it's a layered situation.
Oh, yeah.
But we're not getting answers at no layer.
yeah, I know.
Yeah. So those are the things
That's what they do.
we're here to ask and here to see.
But anytime something like this happens and there's public outrage and it shows clearly that the police are innocent or did something heroic, they immediately release the footage.
So we definitely know he ain't done nothing heroic. That's understood.
Shooting somebody 6 times who's unarmed, that's
Right.
not heroic.
There's nothing heroic about what he did at all. So, yeah, that's it. We just want some answers. We want answers about his employment. We want answers about the criminal investigation. And we want answers as a community
Yeah.
to see what needs to be done to prevent things like this. So,
Yeah.
appreciate Harvey.
Yeah.
Appreciate other outlets that are able to give both sides, tell both sides of the story. And we hope that the community and the people that are listening stay tuned and stay aware to what's actually going on with these multiple procedures that they are trying to prevent from concluding.
Right now, they're just hiding behind the Texas Rangers.
Right.
That's
Right.
yeah.
That's why I say, well, outside the Texas Rangers investigation, they have 180 days to decide what they're going to do with his employment. So that is on city officials. That is on Galveston police officials. Because them making a judgment on his employment is another signal and another message to the community on how they actually feel. So yeah, will he be fired? Will he be forced to resign? Will he be given back the position he was in? We're waiting on the city's officials to be able to tell us from their vantage point what is the disciplinary actions as it relates to Galveston Police Department policy.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with the Texas Rangers investigation.
Let me ask you this. What do you think about the union president, Detective Anthony Rogers, making a Facebook post, first bad-mouthing Randy Martin and saying that it was his fault, and then saying in the same breath that just wait for the Rangers to investigate and trust the investigation and let the investigation play out? Sound like you already came to a conclusion.
Well,
did you see that post?
Mr. Rogers, I met him one time when I met with the police chief and them, and from my meeting of him, you know, he came out pretty professional. But as it relates to Facebook, we know Facebook is a place of antics and entertainment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I heard the mayor that was elected, Galveston mayor spoke that the things that he does on his Facebook page is not appreciated. So
he's very unprofessional.
Yeah, I think he knows that, and I think everybody knows that. So I think the expectation of his Facebook persona, or Facebook page, should be looked at as entertainment or look at as propaganda to you know, push his point. But again, it has nothing to do with real investigation, real facts, real truth.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
I don't really know what he said. I just know
told you,
people have complained about the use of the Facebook.
I think that's why that mayor won the election, because he spoke out about Rogers
being negative on it.
Yeah.
So I think
that won it, because people are tired of his shit.
Right. I think that's the expectation of the Facebook page, and I don't think we should give it that much credence.
Yeah. You can't, anything that comes out of his mouth, you can't give it credence.
So
he's a known liar. I've proven it hundreds of times.
You see what I'm saying? But the real thing is this. Officer Nino was granted Officer of the Year on May 11th.
Yeah, I remember.
On May 18th, he killed Randy Morton.
Yeah.
We are 45 days or so outside away from that, and if procedures was followed, right, we wouldn't be in a situation we in now. So, hey, man, people just want to know the truth. People just want to know what's going on.
We want transparency and accountability.
That's really it, because something is not being transparent here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I know for them on their end, hey, he was Officer of the Year. He was Officer of the Year on May 11th.
Yeah.
On May 18th, he was a murderer. So that's just the reality of life. That's how things work. And like you say, we letting the Texas Rangers investigation play out, but we also want to see what the Galveston officials who have viewed the tape do about their policy of his employment.
Yeah.
Those are two separate situations.
What do you think about the Galveston, the city of Galveston? There is a statute that says that they are allowed to let the victim's family view the body camera footage if it's up to them. They have discretion, but they chose not to let them watch it.
Right. Well, I met with the city officials on that, and again, before we met, they had already released a statement asking the governor not to release it. So that's their stance on it. And I'm saying that to say that stance is a signal. Now, whether we judge that stance to be right or wrong is a signal that whatever is on the tape can be either incriminating or inciting, and they do not want to release it. So my thoughts about that is it's time to go to the court and get the courts to subpoena the footage and make the footage come out that way, because they have made their stance, which they are obligated to, and their stance is not to release the footage. The only way from then on, I think it has to go to the courts. You have to get a judge involved and have the judge step in and have the footage released.
I'm not a lawyer. You'd have to ask Mr. Ruiz about that, but as far as I know, nothing's going to be released until the Texas Rangers get done. But I'm not a lawyer. This is my opinion.
Right.
And that could take a year. They're known to stall these things for many months, up to a year. And they gaslight the public, and they try to hope people just go away and forget, you know.
But in any investigation, in any proceedings, the only people that have legal jurisdictions over the Texas Rangers is the courts.
Yeah.
So you have to get into the court to be able to get people that you're asking to do something for you to do the right thing.
Yeah.
Once it's in the court, once it's before a judge, and I'm not talking about an actual proceeding of, I'm saying a subpoena, a motion to release. Let the judge determine. Don't let them determine. That's what I'm speaking on that motion, to be able to do that. Because we've been in situations where it has been a year or so and it is released and still nothing is done. So I think at this point, everybody has let you know what needs to be done or where they stand at it. I would take it to the court and let the judge be involved to pick and choose how things actually play out.
Yeah.
That's my advice. And that's how I feel about Galveston releasing a statement petitioning the governor not to release it. So I think we should be petitioning the court and the federal judge to release the footage.
Has that ever happened before? Have you talked to the lawyer about that?
About what? About them
petitioning the court and making them release the footage?
No, I'm saying that's the way court proceedings work. Once you file a lawsuit. Once the lawsuit is filed, the court intervenes and, dictates what's to be discovered or what's to be exposed. That's it. That's the only person.
Yeah.
That's the only people that can do that. Once the court has summoned them to turn over this evidence or show this thing, they have to surrender to that, because that's the jurisdiction. Even during the Rangers' investigation. The investigation doesn't supersede the court proceedings.
Okay.
They are independent. You see what I'm saying, Mr. Harvey? They are independent things.
Yeah.
So like if you have a lawsuit and you file a lawsuit and you are dealing with the courts to get things from the people you are suing,
Yeah.
they have to abide by that, or consequences will be held on them from the court.
So what you're saying is Ruiz needs to go ahead and file the lawsuit and petition for the video.
It should already been filed because they have made their stance and they have signaled that they're not releasing it.
Yeah, not until the Texas Rangers. Yeah.
Yeah, they have signaled, and the Texas Rangers, again,
Thank you.
these are organizations
Thank
that
you,
are
Josh.
under the jurisdiction of different things. They are jurisdictions of the state of Texas and of the United States of America.
Yeah.
So it's a court proceeding.
Yeah, that's why I'm not a lawyer, man. I could never be a lawyer.
Right. Start the proceedings. That's it. Because until a judge tell them to do what they need to do, they're not going to do it. And that's really where that lays. That's it.
Yeah.
These people at work, they get off, put on their costume, put it on, put it off, and they think it's all fun and dandy. This guy Nino is, he on paid, it's all fun and dandy until the courts get involved. Just like in your situation.
Yeah.
They just arrested you. How did they arrest you? They got the courts involved. It works the same way for the citizens.
You know they already dropped my charges?
Facts. But they had to get the court involved to pull it up, and the court is like, this ain't this. But it's as simple as that. Get the court involved.
Yeah.
That's it.
They didn't run it by the DA. They went to a justice of the peace judge and got him to sign it.
Tell me.
It was all underhanded. Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I don't even know nothing about the situation.
Oh, yeah.
But it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
And that's where this situation with Randy should stand and lie. Because they have already made their statement.
Thank you.
They're not going to release this footage.
Thank you, Wolvie. Talk text sucks. Is it not working? 440. Thanks, man. John Eagle, what's up? Otto the
Oh,
Watchdog.
you on live?
I'm on live, yeah. I told you that.
What's up, live? No, hey, man, that's wrong. What's up, live, man? I'm out here with the legend.
Tell them your Facebook page.
Facebook page is CEO Hockley.
Yeah.
Everything spelled Hockley.
I follow him.
I'm out here with the Texas legend, not just Galveston. Texas legend, Harvey Freebird, man. How you come up with the word Freebird, man?
Man, it's a long story. I used to live in the Mississippi and Louisiana area.
Yeah.
And when I moved to Texas, I became a free bird. And so I was already Freebird in my mind.
In your mind.
And then 3 years later, when I started my YouTube channel,
Right.
I just said, man, I like that free,
Right.
And the reason I've always liked Freebird so much is I watched one of those old cold case files, and there was a guy, I can't remember his name, man, but he was in prison. He got sentenced to a life sentence.
Right.
And he did like 11 years. He swore up and down he was innocent the whole time. And then the Innocent Project of Ohio took his case, did DNA testing, and proved that he didn't do it. And then they found the real murderer. Right. And he got a tattoo on his arm of a bird and it said Freebird underneath it. Right. And that just always stuck in my mind, man.
Right, and I'll tell you where that come from. For people that have been incarcerated, when you are incarcerated and you go outside or you look out the window, sometimes you're not able to see nothing but the sky.
Yeah.
Right? You're not able to see real life in transition.
Yeah.
And when you look out those windows or you look out those gates, you see birds flying. So
y'all leaving?
Yes, sir.
It's Mr. Ruiz Law Firm here. You want to say anything? You're live streaming.
Hey, listen, this fight for justice, for police to conduct themselves properly and treat citizens and people in the community with respect is something that we all need to fight for very hard, because we noticed that there's a trend in police, putting more pressure on the community, putting more physical violence on people, preempting arrest without probable cause, and so what we're saying here is not that we're against the police or that the police aren't doing their jobs. We know that being a police officer is a dangerous job, but what they shouldn't be doing is attacking people unnecessarily, hurting people in the streets when they arrest them unnecessarily. Randy Martin didn't have to get shot 6 times to put him down. The officer, what we're going to prove in this case is that officer provoked Randy Martin. Whatever happened, whatever Randy did, it didn't have to be that. Randy didn't have any drugs on him. He didn't have a firearm on him. He didn't pose any threat to that officer. And yet that officer felt it was necessary to push him and shove him and create provocation. And that really is what created the struggle that we believe led to Randy Martin getting shot 6 times. That's unnecessary. These officers need better training.
It's excessive force.
It's excessive force. And we're talking about de-escalating. To any officer that's watching me speak now or that's watching us do these activities, know that we respect and we honor your work and what you do for this community. We're grateful for it. However, please be careful out there, not just because there's dangers out there in the community. We understand every day you risk your lives for us and we appreciate that. But listen, treat people and the residents of every city with respect and kindness and dignity. You can stop crimes, you can prevent crimes, and you can enforce the law without harming and killing people in the streets. And that's what we're asking for. In the meantime, we appreciate y'all's support. We're going to be following up and doing more events and more activities, and we need your support. So if you hear about Harvey, asking the community to come out, we're going to be giving you some dates, and we want you all to come and join us. Thank you so much.
Yeah, if anybody needs a good lawyer in Galveston County or Brazoria County or Harris County,
sure.
Ruiz Law Firm. He's a great lawyer. I work with him all the time.
Absolutely. We're here for you. We do accidents, criminal law, immigration. If you have a family law case, give me a call, 713-234-7894, or you can see me on the web at accidenthelptx.com. Thank you, everyone. God bless you all.
There you go. Thank you, Mr. Ruiz. We'll see you later. See you later, Mr. Ruiz. Y'all have a good day. Nice meeting you. Okay, y'all, I think that's going to wrap it up. Let's see if the cop is still down there watching. I'll talk to you later, man. Hey, we'll see you later.
All right.
Nice meeting you. This is Randy Martin's mom. I'm live streaming. Do you want me to?
Yeah, you can.
Do you want to say anything, or do you want me to?
What? I will.
Okay. Do you want me to? Can I point the camera at you?
You can.
Okay. So this is Randy Martin's mom. Say whatever you want to say to the world.
Hi. Hello. We had a meeting scheduled for today, and I guess maybe everybody thought it was going to rain, so we didn't get a lot of participation.
Yeah, that's what happened.
And what I was talking about was the fact that whenever there's something going on in the community, it's accentuated, and then you fall back and let it die down. How do we expect change? How do we expect to be treated differently? How do we go from a traffic stop to the chance for, yes, it was my son, but that could have been anybody.
Could have been any of us.
Could have been you. Anybody. And you won't know until you end up faced with that decision.
Yeah. Thank you, Doug. Yeah.
Situation going down. And that's why our island keeps the mentality that it has. That nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna change. But you want one person to change it. It takes a whole village. It takes a whole tribe to stand as one. And you, like a band, one sound. Like trying to get baking a cake. If you take out any of those ingredients, it's not gonna work.
That's
It's
right.
not gonna taste the way it should. And I'm just speaking on it because I'm not letting nothing go.
I don't blame you.
Not at all. I encourage you to sit down while you're watching Facebook or scrolling, whatever, and see where do you stand in reference to justice.
Yeah.
In reference to things changing in the city. Things that's actually working for the people who live on this island.
Exactly.
Our events. We don't really have events for ourselves, for the people of the community.
Yeah.
Once you start shutting down people that's going to speak up, then you're like, well, what happened? Where's my help? Nobody did anything for me. Sometimes It takes one individual, and I am
Thanks, Josh.
going to be that one individual to make a change.
Yeah.
But the island, what about the people? As long as we keep the people that live here quiet, hush mouth, that's going to change. Not for you, anyway.
And we
We're
need-
gonna end up leaving the island.
We got to. It's what I keep telling people, man. When they see these, when they have police interactions, or they see their neighbors having police interactions, people have got to pull out their phones and record. If somebody would have recorded that traffic stop, you wouldn't have to wait a year for the Texas Rangers.
Nope.
That's why it's so important to record the police. I wish I would have been there. I wish I would have been there.
And I surely wish I had been there. I think about that every day.
Yeah.
What is it that I could have done? I wish I would have been there.
I wish I would have
probably
been
could
there.
have saved my son's life. Because I would have. It's just like what
Yeah.
they asked for Jesus.
Yeah.
Would you die for him? Would you?
Yeah.
When it's yours, yes you will.
I can understand, cops going after people if they hurt somebody or steal somebody's property or do a crime. But all this nonsense, like I was in jail for the 4th of July and I was surrounded by people in jail for no seatbelts, speeding. I left my driver's license at home. My registration was expired. I mean, if they would just stick to solving crime and answering people's calls for real help and stop trying to extort everybody and pull people over and dig through everybody's stuff and this fake war on drugs, I mean, it's a problem. And then you have these officers with these big ass egos, and they feel powerful with that badge and the gun, and they like abusing people, especially officers like Hunter White. He's a real bad problem. But thank you, Ms. Martin, and God bless you. And I'm so sorry that you lost your son. And don't. You said something, and you were like, "I wish I was there."
You're awesome.
So I could have saved him.
Bless this mother
I
and
hope
her
you don't
son.
feel guilty about you not being there. Don't do that to yourself.
Because I would have.
I know, but I'm just saying, don't feel guilty because you weren't there and you couldn't save them. That'll drive people nuts.
Yeah.
So you can't be everywhere at once. Hey, thanks for the
Seriously?
thanks for the donations, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Thank you, Miss Martin. We'll see you later. Hey, if you need anything, call me. Do you have my number?
No.
You got a phone? Hey, get it for Mr. Ruiz. He's got my number.
Okay.
All righty. We'll see you later. Hey, thanks, Josh. Thank you for the super chat, y'all. Thanks, Josh, again for the 30 flowers. Yeah, so yeah, Mr. Ruiz called me today, and I do a lot of work for him on the side. Sometimes it's private investigations, sometimes it's process serving. I do a lot of stuff for him, and he's very good to me. He takes good care of me. He's done a lot of good things for the community. Like, I'll give you an example. When Jared Rivas beat the crap out of all those kids at the pool, Rivas got the family a substantial, and nobody died. But we're talking about almost $1 million. Almost $1 million for that. So, I use them all the time. I hired CJ Grisham for this last go around. Now, see here, you guys, what I was talking about. I don't know if you saw the video, but when I was talking about they tore up my shit when they searched my truck. You see that right there? How this is all how they broke this. So they'll be paying for it. It'll be part of the lawsuit. They just ripped you see where there was supposed to be a bolt right there? And then yesterday I found a bolt on the ground. Yeah, they tore my truck to pieces, man. Through my I got a new dash camera here too, y'all, that records all angles, but I was hooking it up today when Mr. Ruiz called me, And so I stopped everything. Thank y'all, man. Thank you, Mary. So I was hooking this camera up today when Mr. Ruiz called me. So I stopped everything I was doing and came straight over here. So even though it's up there, I haven't got it working yet. I haven't set it up yet. It hooks up to an app and goes to a cloud. It's a really good one. Thank you for the memberships. Oh, that would make my heart feel good if that was Maury. We haven't seen Maury. Sam, thanks, Sam. Well, since we're over here, might as well make a few. Brandon Mitchell, what's up? Geo, virtual. I'm glad I made it here because it was pouring down rain when I left. I almost didn't show up, but I pulled over and checked the weather, and I saw a break in the weather, and I was like, I'm just gonna go. Mr. Ruiz asked me to be here. He's always been real good to me, so I was here. All right, y'all. Thanks for the memberships. Thanks for the donations. Dub Wobbs, what's up, dude? I think Dub Wobbs gave me a donation last week on my Cash App. I appreciate that, Brody. I've got my seatbelt on. Yeah, literally on the 4th of July, there was at least 4 people that I was locked up with for no seatbelts. Passengers, people in the back seat. Like you guys saw the video, they almost took Truth Be Told audits to jail for not having a seatbelt on, and he had his seatbelt on. He took it off after we were already stopped. He took it off after they told me to get out of the truck, and they literally almost took him to jail. Wingspan Angel, good to see you. Wanda, always good to see you. Yeah. Yeah, they dumped everything out of my glove box, everything out of my center console. They threw my floor mats on my seat. So you know, all the dirt from my floor mats was all over my seat. Dumped my book bag out. Dumped all the bicycle lights out of my box. Just, you know, that's not an inventory to tow. And who do these people think they are, man? This is my truck. I gave the keys to my buddy. There's no law in Texas that says that we have to show the cops our driver's license before we're allowed to drive a vehicle. That'd be like me right now. I just got in this truck and drove. I don't have to show a cop my license before I drive off. Thank you, Dirt Wizard. Thank you. You know, it would have been one thing if I would have committed a crime or a traffic violation and they seized me and my vehicle. But that's not what happened. They knew I had a warrant for my arrest, so that was the reason they stopped me. They got me, and I was parked in a public parking spot. They literally could have left my truck sitting right there. But they didn't. They wanted to cause me as much damage as possible, and Hunter even admitted it on camera. So, you know, I was wearing a shirt that said "fuck around and find out," and they're gonna find out. There's a reason I wear that shirt. All the haters were loving it. Oh, look at his shirt. He fucked around and found out. Okay. Charges have already been dismissed, and I do want to thank the prosecutor, the DA, for not maliciously prosecuting me, because I figured they were going to maliciously prosecute me relentlessly. But CJ Grisham made one call and talked to somebody in the DA's office, and he was like, "Look, this is a garbage case. I'm fixing to file this and this and this with all this case law." And the guy told him, he said, "Look, just before you do that, just let me look at this case. Before you do anything, let me just look at it." CJ didn't even have to freaking file anything, and they dropped it. That's how much of a bullshit charge it was. Clearly established case law. There's no way they're going to get qualified immunity on that. Any reasonable police officer, as a matter of fact, the police were called to the parking lot. And the cop even said, Officer Waltman, he showed up, he said, he's not doing anything wrong. If you don't like it, you can leave. You can drive off and leave. Professional victim Lowry. You could have just drove off. But he didn't. He just moved over 20 parking spots and sat there and then drove around the parking lot 1 mile an hour. I mean, if he would have just drove off, he would have been gone. These cops, they like to try to say, oh, Harvey that's how Harvey makes a living. He wants to get arrested so he can sue. No, I don't. I didn't want to get arrested. But now you guys have cost me damages. And I will be seeking my damages back. And I sat in a cage for 20 hours or whatever it was. So... you think I'm just going to let that go? No. None of us that do this want to get arrested. It's not our goal. But if you violate our rights and cause us damages, of course we're going to seek our damages back. And you can't put a price on somebody's freedom spending the night in jail. Thank you.
Harvey in Ohio, passengers will have to ID as of October 7th.
That's bullshit. That is straight garbage. I'm telling you, man, our government, all of these politicians and everybody in these high-ranking positions, they're all a bunch of traitors. Our government has been infiltrated by criminal organizations that are destroying our government from within. So I don't see how people cannot see what's going on. I think I saw an ambulance over here, but you guys know my policy. I don't record victims or medical patients. Yeah, there's an ambulance right there. Can y'all still see pretty good even though I moved my camera way down? I think y'all can. Let's drive by and say hello to Bobby Freebase. He left me a voicemail last night. I posted it on Facebook. Y'all want to hear it? It's really hard to hear, man. The audio was very low. Let's see. I'm going to play it for y'all. Bobby Freebase left me a voicemail last night.
It was Blake Atfield. Okay, I see that it was Blake Atfield. Okay, I see that it was Blake Atfield that signed this warrant against you. Blake Atfield is a crooked piece of shit. This is the one that, yeah, if anybody needs to go after anybody for conspiracy, that's the motherfucker they need to go after. Blake Atfield. That is a piece of shit. That's the one that fucking denied me exculpatory evidence. And as soon as I hired that lawyer off of my work, it was dismissed. This guy right here, he refused to let me talk in court. Told me I could only have the police report, and his cops don't lie. This guy's a piece of shit. Blake Atwell.
That was it. It's very hard to hear you guys. I even put it in my editing app and increased the volume 100%, and you can still barely hear it. Were y'all able to hear that? Give me a 1 if y'all were able to hear that. But yeah, he left that on my voicemail last night. He sounded drunk, which I don't care. I mean, as long as he wasn't out on the roads drinking and driving. Shit. Hey, Layla, what's up? Okay. Yeah, he wanted to kick my ass, you know, a week ago, and now he's leaving voicemails on my phone. He's always been like that. He's always been on both sides of the fence. Lowry for prison. What's up? Yeah, he sounded drunk. Okay, y'all, look, I don't want to mess up. If I do a long live stream, you guys, it's going to take away from the point of this live stream, which the focus of this live stream was justice for Randy Martin. So I don't want to turn this into a 2-hour thing that people won't click on. So because of that, I want to end this live stream. I'll start another one, okay? But I want this live stream to be focused on what happened for the Randy Martin thing. That just dawned on me. I don't want to take away from that. So let's end this, and I'll start up a new one as soon as I see something, y'all. Thank you, everybody. I'll talk to y'all later.